I remember when I worked at a job for $7.25, I had to decide if my son wanted a pair of tennis shoes to play a particular sport, and he had to have a certain different type of shoes. And I had to look at him and say, I can't afford it. I remember have to stand in the line, the TCA line. I had to stand in the line, go out there at night, dark, and stand in the line around the corner. Or I had to bring the pillow and the cover and sleep out there all night just to be seen to get help to pay my light bill. I did that. $7.25. And everything around you is going up a minimum wage. Everything.
Step Up is our organization is, an economic justice, sort of like vibrant hub of activity and support and protest and policy work that has had several wins over the last 7 years. Now we're working on our Workers' Bill of Rights campaign, and the 4 key points there are living wages, health care, paid leave, and the right to form a union.
The Workers' Bill of Rights is a policy change that workers brought forward that is an actual amending the New Orleans City Charter. So the New Orleans City Charter lays out the priorities, the ethos of the city, if you will, and Step Up and their workers have brought forward a similar set of values that will be amended to the city charter if we're successful, saying how the city feels about how workers should be treated by their employers. So the health department has a goal of creating more supportive work environments. It's been part of our community health improvement plan for a couple of years now. And as the lead on that priority area, I was trying to figure out a concrete way that we could advance that, given the limitations of preemption. Ben Zucker, Step Up's leader, and I had a conversation about the Workers' Bill of Rights, and it really just clicked with me that, this is what I've been looking for. I've been talking with different groups about what can we do as a city in partnership with others to advance workers' rights. And when Ben mentioned the Workers' Bill of Rights to me, I realized that this was the opportunity for us to support workers in advancing their goals. The Workers' Bill of Rights really aligned very well with the goals that the health department had in terms of advancing health. And so our role is to help Step Up really operationalize what the Workers' Bill of Rights was and is, to connect them to people in City Hall who have to sign off on it or sign on or champion it, and to really help move the charter change through the process to get it on the ballot.
And so when I got hired at Harris and I started making that $17 an hour, then I was able, I was on top of the moon. I didn't have the headaches, the pressure problem. I didn't have the guilt where when my child came to me and said, oh, I want to be a cheerleader, Mom, can I try it? I made the team. And I felt so good to be able to say, yes, baby, you can join the team. Because I could afford that uniform. I could afford what you need. So I remember that. I want that for everybody.
We deserve a better pay raise. We deserve protection in our stores, improved security, a better environment, things in that order that we're fighting for. And the most important part is our dignity and respect.
Inside-outside strategy is necessary. If the Workers' Bill of Rights, if any of the policies we're trying to fight for are going to happen, we need to have the folks in City Hall, our dedicated public servants, on board and interested. I think that is where the partnership with the health department is so important, and we're hoping that over time, builds out this body of work around high road employers and workers' rights and enforcement, sort of within the health department as kind of a standard for what could happen if other city departments also, took it on in a more serious way.
Thank you to HIP and to the PPH cohort for bringing together health departments and power building organizations like our partnership here in New Orleans. It really created space and time for us to focus and to get to know each other better, for me to learn about organizing more broadly through the sessions, and for them to learn about health departments in a way that we wouldn't have done, I think, just on our own. Once the ballot measure passes, and I am confident that it will, our role will continue to be to flesh out what does this mean in terms of programmatic work that the city can do to hold employers accountable to the Workers' Bill of Rights and to promote the Workers' Bill of Rights as something that our employers can and should adopt in their everyday practices.
I want to be a part of it, like I want to be a part of history. If I said there was one thing I want to change the way you treat people, change the way you pay them, change the way you value their time. We all have a life outside of work. So if you really value people, change that, and then you'll see a difference.